We joined the Local Enterprise Authority, LEA, for the 2016 SMME Pitso and Seminar. This year marks the 7th year of the SMME Pitso and Seminar.
For burgeoning entrepreneurs, this SMME Pitso and Seminar are crucial as they bring together the collaborative efforts and ideas that shape businesses into successes. And here we are at the 2016 congregation.
This year's theme, Capacitating SMMEs, a catalyst to employment creation in Botswana, is expected to steer discussions towards tangible solutions approach for SMMEs to take their place in employment creation in the country.
This theme challenges entrepreneurs to do all things possible to equip the SMMEs with the necessary skills, resources, and knowledge that will make them capable of growing their enterprises, therefore creating the much-needed jobs and employing people. As Botswana celebrates 50 years of independence this year, it is indeed an opportune time for us in the SMME sector to reflect on our contribution to the development of our country thus far.
Globally, SMMEs have been generally acknowledged as the foundation of industrial development. In most cases, including in Botswana, the sector constitutes more than 80% of the enterprises and create more jobs than any other sector. Hence, the sector provides a livelihood for the wider citizenry in the remotest corners of this country. I therefore implore you to go beyond survivalism and have a clear vision of your businesses. In this manner, you should continue to look for solutions to deal with emerging challenges, to move to the next level. Stagnation has never been a choice. Through the EDD, government has committed to use its purchasing power to promote locally manufactured goods, services, and agricultural produce. Therefore, consulting these institutions on enterprise development and participating in their respective programs will help your enterprise grow, even graduate to large-scale enterprises.
The SMME Pitso and Seminar is facilitated by LEA, whose mission is to promote and steer entrepreneurship and SMME development in the country through specific interventions such as training, mentoring, and market access facilitation, amongst others. It was also an opportunity to give feedback on some of the issues raised during the 2015 SMME Pitso, which ranged from fair competition, operating policies, as well as permits and licenses, amongst others.
At LEA, we have remodeled our incubation program, and one of the things that we took into account when we remodeled the incubation program was the clientele. We looked at the selection criteria that we used to admit the clients at the incubators, and we decided that one of the requirements should be, for example, for the Glenville incubator, one of the requirements is whether the clients we are going to admit has land and water. Because fine, a trainer, and they would get to understand all the processes and procedures. But how about ho ba na le challenge ya hore ba go implement ka dilo tse ba di ithutile.
Botswana is a member of a number of regional blocs. We have given examples of SACU SADC, where we have signed agreements. And as a result, our companies, including the SMMEs, access these markets in different trading countries. However, government has also put in place some policies, domestic policies, that are meant to facilitate our investors or SMMEs.
Part of the day's programming was allocated to seminars conducted by different business industry specialists who gave the participants valuable insight on growing their businesses, competing successfully, and making their businesses sustainable.
As entrepreneurs, we need to start changing with the times. We need to develop and look at what is currently happening in the markets. we are the leaders of our organization. So it's important to demonstrate that you continuously educate yourself. You continuously attend, either you buy magazines. There are a lot of magazines that we can buy. Nowadays, things are online, Harvard Business Review, journals, whatever that you can just lay your hands on. It's important that you do that.
One of my first initial challenges were just moving my business from my kitchen into the formal market. And there, I guess thanks to Leah, I managed to get a factory shell at Pilani and started operating from there. But that is just the beginning. What's important, even more important, is what are you going to do with that product? Where are you going to take that product?
A panel discussion afforded the participants the opportunity to engage on issues of concern.
I feel gore menta o ka ba dira gore a thuse bagwebi ka dikago tsa gagwe. For example, right now I'm running a music school and I'm renting from a private school. I pay 9,000 pula per month to use the school only on Saturdays. I spent 2 years trying to get that government school to run my school from, and I couldn't. No one could make a decision to allow me to use a government school.
Can we centralize our service points, which are mandatory for us to be in business? Just an example is the CPA is on the other end of town, BRS is the other end of town, PPADB is the other end of town. But all these are what we believe sister companies or sister government bodies.
Mihela continuously relormente relele patelele telesempeli papadi. Renna re discuss with our colleagues, other government ministries and departments, where it is clear where there's conflict, we engage with each other to see how we can facilitate for that conflict addressing. Because sometimes on the ground, let us know so that we can engage and facilitate.
The deliberations we have had here today as stakeholders are critical for the advancement of the business environment within which the SMMEs operate, and will go indeed a long way in enhancing entrepreneurship and sustainable SMME development in Botswana.
We had a full house today. We also had a lot of interaction between those at the podium and those in the crowd. But one key thing that stood out for me was what I would believe is sort of a progress report in terms of looking back at the seminar from last year and those questions that were answered. Why was that crucial this year to look back at those and reflect on what's been done?
It was just to show you that even though the challenges came last year or they came the year before, we are able to resolve them. Like Department of Environmental Affairs, if you remember, it's still in the cooking. It should be coming out pretty soon, as the PS told you. The one dealing with the poultry sector, what the problems are, as you remember, it's now on the desk of the Permanent Secretary from one of our sister organizations who are looking at competition in those segments. But I think that is what the Pitso is about. But also more importantly, the Pitso is about bringing all the stakeholders that we have assisted. A few of them, about 10 of them, came to showcase what they do, how we have helped them, and where they are in the market. And even 2 of them gave a testimony.
The seminars delved on topics such as capacitating SMMEs on export promotions, labor issues, challenges and possible solutions for SMME business, as well as financing requirements for various subsectors.
Prime time live.